everybody, it's Mel. Thank you so much for joining me today for a very exciting readathon announcement. So I am beyond excited to announce that Roll of Reads will be returning in March. This is a readathon that is based on my TBR game that I play every other month to determine my TBR for the month. And as I've done for the past few years, in March I'm asking you to join me playing Roll of Reads. I started doing this as a kind of birthday celebration. March is when my birthday is, and I took inspiration from the lovely Crystal from Bond Book Reviews, who put up a TBR game for her birthday month. So I'm going to be doing the same thing. March is when my birthday is, and so what better way to celebrate than by running a readathon based on my TBR game. So the readathon goes for the entire month of March, starting on the 1st of March in your time zone and going through to the 31st of March in your time zone. I will be running a giveaway for anyone that participates in the readathon, and that will be announced in the first couple of days of April. I'll let you know a little bit more about that towards the end of the video. This year I am so incredibly excited and honoured to be able to let you know that there are actually some co-hosts for the readathon. Each of these people has given me 4 books that are favourites of theirs, and there will be a variety of different ways that you can potentially read a favourite from any one of these hosts throughout the TBR game. So in a moment I'll be explaining all of those rules and gameplay and everything, and you can find a little bit more about that. But for right now I want to let you know who these incredible people are. Obviously I'm a co-host, but your co-hosts for Roll of Reads in 2024 are Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany, Paige from Pages with Paige, Crystal from Bond Book Reviews, Cara from Wild Book Garden, Steph from Novelty Corner, Ren from The Reading Wren, Kaz from Cats and Camera, Meredith from Reading with Merb, and Kat from Brews and Reviews. All of these absolutely wonderful content creators, fantastic people, great friends of mine, will be linked in the description below. Please do go and subscribe to all of their channels. Like I said, they are wonderful content creators, and I am so beyond honoured and thrilled that they are joining me as co-hosts this year for Roll of Reads 2024. Before I tell you all about how to play, I'll just let you know that all of the information that you need is in a Google Drive, and that is linked down below. So there's a fact sheet that has all the information about how the readathon is played, what the prompts are, why those prompts are, a little bit more explanation as to what to do with them. All the information about co-hosts, the punishments, the rewards, all of those sorts of things are in the Google Drive. So please do go and check that all out so that you have all the information that you'll need before you play Roll of Reads yourself. So yes, the idea behind this readathon is that I invite you to join me in playing my game. It's really as simple as that. Roll of Reads is a TBR game that is very loosely based on Dungeons and Dragons. It is based on the rules of combat. So what you do in the game is you roll a d20 or a 20-sided dice, and that will get you a particular prompt that you then use to decide on a book. So what you need to play the game are the prompts, which I have provided in a document that is in the Google Docs that is down below. You also need a game board, which is in a grid formation with the numbers 1 through 20 in the grid. You will also need a d20 dice or a 20-sided dice. You can also include an 8-sided dice in your materials as well. I have provided the prompt cards and a game board for you in that Google Drive that I mentioned before. So you can print these out, cut them out, and play using all of that equipment. Alternatively, you don't even need a game board as long as you are placing your prompts in a 5x4 grid formation. Again, with the prompts, you don't actually need to print out these specific prompts and use those cards. You can write them on your own cards that you've created. You can use post-it notes, scraps of paper, whatever you would like. As well as creating your own board, you could just choose to place the cards out on a coffee table in that grid formation. I don't mind whether or not you use what I have provided, but you do need to use the prompts that I've specifically provided. However you do that, like I said, whether you write them on post-it notes or what have you, because if you don't use those prompts, then you're not participating. So, like I said, all of those prompts are linked in the Google Drive. I do have a fact sheet, as I mentioned, that goes through all of the prompts and a bit more information about how to use the prompt. So, you get your game board, you place it down, or you just get your coffee table. You get all of your cards with the prompts on them, you shuffle them up, and then you deal yourself out 20 cards in that grid formation or on that game board. You then place the leftover cards somewhere where it will be accessible. Obviously, all of this is face down. Now, if you want to, you can then take your D8 and roll your D8 or your 8-sided dice to determine how many rolls of the D20 you will be doing in order to get your prompts. That's what I do when I play Roll of Reeds. If you don't wish to do that, that's completely fine. You can just choose a number of rolls that you would like to do. Once you have determined how many rolls you will need to do, whether that be through the D8 or just because that's how many rolls you want to do, you then take your D20 or your 20-sided dice and you begin rolling. So you roll for your first prompt. Whatever number you get on your D20 is the number of the space where the card is. So you pick up that card and you do whatever that prompt is in order to find the book. So, like I said, all of those prompts are in that document, and there's a little bit further information in the facts so that you can go ahead and help it decide what book you'll be reading for that prompt. You then replace the card and you do that until you have gotten the number of books that you decided that you wanted, or the D8 decided that you were going to have. There are a couple of extra rules, and they are about rewards and punishments. So, this year I have created reward and punishment cards. They are also in the prompts document. So all of the prompt cards are the first lot of cards, and then the last 3 pages of that document are your rewards and punishment cards. I have color-coded the rewards and punishments so they do look different from the regular prompt cards. So as you can see on what I've inserted here, your regular cards have got purple around the outside. They also have the little dice that is a purple-yellow combination. The punishment cards have a red border around them and a orange-red-yellow dice. The reward cards have a kind of different shade, couple of different shades of purple border, as well as a completely purple dice. So that is how you know the difference when you go to cut them out. When you are making your own, or however you choose to do that, make sure that you have some reward and punishment prompts somewhere that you can access if you need to. How do you earn yourself rewards or punishments? Well, if you roll a 1, then you receive a punishment. Because in Dungeons and Dragons, if you roll a 1 in combat, then basically that's a really bad roll. You have tripped over, dropped your sword, done something that puts you on the back foot. And so in Roll of Reeds, if you roll a 1, then you have a punishment. And in this case, you then shuffle your punishment cards and choose one of the punishment cards. You then need to do whatever that punishment is. However, the flip side of that is that if you roll a 20 in Dungeons & Dragons, then that is an amazing, amazing roll. It basically means that whatever you're trying to do just automatically happens. You double the amount of damage that you're doing, so it's potentially quite a big, good thing that happened. You are definitely having an advantage in your fight. So for Roll of Reeds, if you roll a 20, then you get to choose a reward card. Same again as you had for the punishment. Shuffle up your reward cards and choose a reward for yourself. Some of the punishment and reward cards are about that specific role, so they replace the prompt that is on the game board already. Some, however, are for later in the game, so some might have you adding a role or taking off a role or something like that. In that case, you need to do the prompt that is sitting on the square on the game board. An additional punishment is if you roll the same number 3 times. So at any point throughout the game of Roll of Reeds, you can roll the same number 3 times. It doesn't have to be sequentially. So let's say, for example, you're rolling 8 rolls. Your first one, you roll the number 2. Your 5th roll, you roll number 2, and your 8th roll, you roll number 2. If you've done that 3 times, however it happened, then that is a punishment, and again, you need to take a punishment card and do whatever the card says. In addition to these rules that we've had in the past, this year I have added an extra rule around the host picks. So as I said before, our amazing co-hosts have picked a bunch of books that they consider favourites that you can choose to read. In the general prompts, there is one prompt that says read a host favourite, and then you can choose from any of the books that all of our hosts have selected as a favourite of theirs. At any point throughout the game, you have one opportunity, so kind of one extra card up your sleeve that you can use to replace a prompt that you don't like or that you're struggling to fulfill with a host's favourite. So that is just in your back pocket for any point throughout the game. It is an extra reward that everyone starts the game with. At any point throughout the game, if you do not like a prompt or you're not able to fulfill it, then you can replace that with a host favourite. So any book that our hosts have given as a favourite. In the rewards cards, there's also a card that allows you to do the same. So if you get that reward, then you get 2 instances where you can swap out a book or a prompt that you don't like for a host favourite. So everyone gets 1, and then anyone that gets it as a reward in the cards as well. So you potentially can read up to 3, depending on how your game goes, host favourite. So that is gameplay. That is how the rewards and punishments work. As I mentioned before, there is a giveaway for participating in the readathon. How this is going to work is in the first few days of April, I will draw 2 names out of the collection of all the names that I have from people participating in the readathon, and those 2 people will receive a book of their choice up to 25 Australian dollars. How can you get your name in the draw for the giveaway? First of all, every single book that you read, if you log it in the book tracker form, which again is in the Google Docs folder down below. So every book that you read will give you 1 entry into the giveaway. Every time you finish a book, you submit a new form with the book and you get another entry into the giveaway. If, however, you share your TBR on social media in some way or another, then you will receive an extra 2 entries into the giveaway. So if you are a booktuber and you film and then upload a video of you playing the TBR game, then you get 2 entries into the giveaway. Or you can upload a video to TikTok, you can upload a photograph of the game board with the cards, or you can photograph the books that you've chosen with maybe the cards on top, put that up on Instagram. You can share your TBR to Twitter. As long as you share your TBR on any social media, then you will get an extra 2 entries into the giveaway. The caveat for that though is that you need to let me know. So you can let me know on my YouTube channel, comment on this video, or upload the URL for the video. You can also let me know via the Discord. So this year in 2024, we will have a Discord for the readathon, and that link is below as well. I really hope that you are going to play the game with me, and I really hope that you're going to join the Discord, because I would love to chat with everybody as they are playing the game, as they are reading their books, and as they are enjoying the readathon throughout the month. I have found in the past that it has been really fun to see everyone's TBRs, but I thought that it would be an extra element of enjoyment for you to actually have a place where you can come together, meet new people, have a chat, talk to your hosts, get information, talk about your books, share your TBRs, all of that sort of thing. So please go and join me on the Discord. I am so excited to meet you and chat with you over there. As I said, the link to that is in the description below. And you can share your TBR in the Discord. There will be a channel for TBRs, so you can share your TBR there, and that will get you those 2 extra entries into the giveaway. The giveaway will be announced in the first few days of April on my YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that. Finally, there will be sprints going on throughout the month of March. on my channel and some of the other hosts as well. Keep an eye on the Discord and all of our channels so that you can join in those sprints. We will try and separate them out so that they are at different times throughout the day and evening in different places in the world so that lots of people can join in. I don't know exactly when they will all be happening yet, but you will be able to find out all of that information in the Discord and also by keeping an eye on all of our channels as well. So please join us for some of the sprints that will be happening. We will absolutely love to chat with you on sprints as well. And yeah, that is everything that I need to talk to you about today. That is all the information that you need for Roll of Reads, all the information that you need to participate, join the Discord. Everything that you need is in the description below. Like I said, there is a fact sheet with all of the information that I've talked about today, as well as a list of the prompts and a little bit more information about the prompts and how to fulfill those. So please go ahead and check that out and get that information. If you have any questions or anything that needs clarification, please do comment that in the comments down below, or jump over into the Discord and ask over there. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, like I said, that is everything that I need to tell you about today. If you have any other thoughts, comments, or anything like that, please comment all of that down below. Please go and subscribe to all of my incredible co-hosts, and please do join us over on the Discord. If you'd like to leave me a comment but you don't know what, then leave me a dice emoji, because we roll dice and dice is the icon, I guess, of Roll of Reads. All of my social media details and, like I said, all of the other details that you need for the readathon and the co-hosts are listed in the description below. So please go and follow myself on any of those other platforms, my co-hosts on all of their platforms, etc. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you'll be joining me for Roll of Reads. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.